I love.
Yeah?
It's my own prerogative to be smelling like, cat piss and have 10 cats if I wanted to.
She has no cats but still smells of cat piss. Why?
No.
Hello and welcome to Remember Me. I'm Maisie Adam.
And I'm Scott Bryan.
Remember Me is the show that delves back into the lives of celebrities who were once household names.
The people who burst onto our screens in the 90s and noughties.
Were absolutely everywhere.
And then, seemingly, overnight, vanished.
So, where did they go? What are they doing now? And what do they look like now?
Older, I imagine. On Remember Me, we talk to the people who skyrocketed to fame from nowhere, how it felt, the highs, the inevitable lows, and what happened when the public, the press, and the pop culture moved on.
We're talking debauchery, partying, love stories, fame, fallout.
And the inevitable come down when the attention fades.
This is Remember Me. Hello, our guest today is Big Brother star and winner Nadia Almada.
In 2004, Nadia entered the Big Brother house for its 5th series and was victorious, receiving 74% of the public votes.
That's more than some totalitarian dictators. That final gave the show its biggest ever audience. It was watched by over 8 million viewers. That's only 7,999,999 more than us, Scott.
That is great maths. Really good maths there. Thanks
Thank
for my
you.
GCSE grade C. Her victory marked the first time a transgender person won the show, making her a pioneer for trans visibility in reality TV. Her win coincided with the UK's Gender Recognition Act and helped shift public perception, with show host Davina McCall saying, "Britain opened their eyes."
The 5th series of Celebrity Big Brother was over 20 years ago, but 2004 doesn't really seem that long ago. Scott, could you remember, cast us back to what life was like for Scott in 2004?
So I was 14,
Yeah,
living in Dorset.
right.
I had come out in French class.
Had you?
In French.
In French?
Yeah.
You came out in French?
First, yeah.
Stop it.
Je suis homosexuel. About 4 p.m, the whole school knew. So that was fun.
Why was this a conscious decision?
No, because we were all learning different
I
phrases.
don't remember this. Yeah, but I don't remember that phrase in the
No, because I was
syllabus.
learning different, we were all learning different phrases in the dictionary. And then I knew my sexuality and I felt like no one was going to really, have a reaction. I had no idea what a reaction could be. So I just found the words and I was joking with this person next to me.
Yeah.
And then she was like, vraiment? And I was like, oui, vraiment, oui. And then the whole school knew.
Oh my God.
It was a lot.
I think that's the sort of, the most iconic, but also the campest way to come out.
It is pretty camp. And
That's amazing.
I quite admire myself.
Je suis
doing
homosexual, vraiment, oui.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean,
What
here
was
we
your
are.
2004 memory like?
It was in English. I was 10 in 2004. So I would have been in primary school. God, I would have been crushing hard on a boy called Adam Swithenbank.
Wow, what a
Yeah,
surname.
I know.
That surname really makes up for the Adam.
It's doing the heavy work,
Yeah, it
isn't
really
it?
is.
Yeah. 2004 there was a lot going on.
I want to know more about Adam Swithenbank. What are they doing now?
I don't know. I hope you're well if you are listening, Adam. Other big surnames included Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook was launched in 2004, Scott.
Yes, Friends aired its final episode and it's the most watched show of the entire noughties.
Oh my God.
That's a lot, isn't it? Also, Janet Jackson's Nipplegate. Sorry. It's what happens when you read the next line.
Yeah, there
While
you
we're
go.
still
There
doing a
you go.
previous joke. But Janet Jackson's Nipplegate at the halftime Super Bowl happened.
Spoiler alert there.
And that was in
Sorry
the-
if you were waiting to catch up on the Super Bowl. You're going to see a bit of nip. Jude Law was named People's Sexiest Man Alive. I mean, that's telling, isn't it, of how long
very
ago
much
it was.
reflection.
No offence,
No,
Jude Law, but he was a man of his time.
I think he's still a man of our time.
I think a lot of people can't look past Nanny Gate.
I don't know what it is. And Britney
What?
Spears.
He was shagging his nanny.
Britney
and he had to
Spears.
publicly apologise to Sienna Miller. You weren't across this?
It's not within my TV brief. I stay in my lane.
Okay, sure.
Britney Spears married Kevin Federline.
Great life choice.
And The Notebook was released.
The what?
The Notebook.
Oh.
What was The
Don't.
Notebook? What was The Notebook?
You've watched it, surely.
I don't think so.
You've never watched The Notebook?
Because otherwise I would have been like, and The Notebook was released with some sense of jollity.
Go home tonight, then watch The Notebook and report back, please.
2 bottles of wine deep.
Oh, you can't. No, you can't have 2 bottles of wine and then watch The Notebook. You'll be a wreck. You will. You'll be a wreck. Okay, time for more nostalgia. Let's take a look at some of Nadia's highlights.
Yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm crying because anger inside me. Why am I so fucking huge? You're not? I am! Come away! I'll just give up, for God's sake. I'll give up right now.
So, please welcome this week's guest on Remember Me. It's Nadia Almada. Thank you so much.
Hey, how are you? You
Very
may just
well.
call me Nadia. I think I'm
Just Nadia?
Yeah, I'm like Shane Madonna.
Welcome, just Nadia.
Thank you.
Nadia, it's so exciting to speak to you because Remember Me, we're talking about such a specific time in each of our guests' lives. And of course, people first got to know you through Big Brother.
Yes.
In 2004.
Gosh, yes.
Over 20 years ago now.
20 years.
Very different time to now.
100%.
On the whole, is it a time you look back on fondly?
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Yeah?
I have to say 100%. I've got goosebumps even thinking about it.
Really?
So there was times in my life. I mean, you got me in a good day. I'm very bipolarish about it because there's an element almost like I feel. And as I've described it before, I think it was like a marriage. And in a marriage, you have your highs and lows, and you have your separation, and you have your. And at many times, I really was like I hated Big Brother for many years, but I've learned now to look back and enjoy for what it was.
Wow.
And that, that moment in time, it was history.
Yes,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And so I love the show.
And did you love it at the time?
Yes, huge fan. We used to watch it before. I remember when the documentary came out, even
Yes.
before Craig and obviously
Yes, yeah.
Nasty Nick.
Yeah, that's Nick. Even before that, I
People
remember
forget it was a documentary originally.
it started as, and I
Yeah.
remember watching it, and I was just like, this intrigues me. There was something about it that really resonated with me. It was an extreme sense of escapism as well. I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, escapism in terms of like, unlike other shows that were on TV.
yes. And also the idea of being removed from the world you live in,
Yeah.
and you get to live create your own little world within that sort of sphere or within that sort of space. And that's the beauty of the show. It was a beautiful thing, the early 2000s, with the whole reality TV sphere and realm, was it allowed people like myself, like yourselves, or anyone that was almost like a fitter,
Yeah.
and we would be allowed to sort of dream, to see there was maybe a platform for us to explore that. There was that medium, that opportunity there.
That's interesting. But it's worth mentioning that when you went on Big Brother, you didn't talk about your gender on the show, right? The show knew,
Yeah.
but the viewers didn't.
Yeah.
Now, do you think, because you mentioned that era, that time, do you think if you were to go on Big Brother now, the world would react differently?
I think with the rhetoric that's going on,
Yes.
the world is on fire. You know,
Yes.
everything is just there's a huge shift going on in regards to trans-lived experiences and
Yes.
women's rights and all of the thing, and all those things are valid, and there is room for nuanced conversations. But I have to say with you, I would like to think that I will still have the humanity in me today as I did then,
Yes.
because it transcended all those sort of kind of labels, whatever you want to call them. I think at the beginning it was an interest for people. That's part of me, but very quickly shifted to just being Nadia.
It wasn't the defining aspect of you.
Absolutely not.
No.
By the contrary, the nation was very much desensationalization.
Yeah.
They were doing the opposite what the media were doing, which was the sensationalization
Yep.
of my story, my
Yep.
gender, whereas the nation was just enchanted by
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was like two things going. Like
There
basically,
was.
the media was going in one direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
public were going in another. I mean, what were the public saying when you were coming
They
out?
were just loving Nadia for Nadia what it was, a character, strong, young lady that came in here, spoke her mind, unapologetic,
Yeah.
had their moments, highs and lows, had their point of view, I guess. And I think that's what people resonated with. You can't go in there and sort of manufacture anything beyond
No.
what you are. So that's what people related to me.
And I suppose what I was wondering is as celebrity culture has moved on in the last 20 years,
Yeah.
it's now almost less about a clean slate of personalities coming together, and instead we know before they've even stepped into the Big Brother house, the Love Island villa, wherever it
yeah.
is, we're given a whole backstory of who this person is. So then people have made a preconception about that
Yeah.
person before we watch them for a summer.
Here we
whereas,
go.
Whereas more when
Yeah.
you were in the house, it was, let's see this person.
Yeah.
And then
And
actually,
they saw. They
the
saw quite a
media-
lot. They saw quite a
Yeah.
lot, actually.
yeah, but that's what I mean. It was almost
But
like
that's what part of my narrative, my story, my presence.
Describe when you're initially stepping out as a winner. It must be so overwhelming, just in terms of you go in just as a member of the public,
Yeah.
and then you come out and every single person knows who you are.
Literally.
Is it sort of like an instant click, immediate surrealness? Are you able to go back home and then go to Tesco's for next
No.
day? That's literally
That
that's,
was-
that's
that was
completely
out the
over.
window.
Yeah, that
from
was
that
over.
moment.
Yeah, for that moment onwards.
did that take some adjustment?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's quite a few facets in adjustments, categories. There was one that for the first time I had people telling me that actually just the whole sentence to me is still, a little bit, I loved you, having that sort of first time hearing someone say that from complete random stranger.
Yeah.
That was an adjustment in itself. Having to being asked for a picture or having to, sign something. So there was many layers to it, and it was quite overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
And I guess looking back, I wish I had more fun with it rather than kind of maybe being concerned or worried, having all those sort of, like limitations in my own head. But then again, it was fucking scary.
Yeah, of
It
course.
was. I had no security guards.
And you
I
can't
hadn't-
prepare for
You
it.
can't prepare
Yeah.
for it. I never assumed or never anticipated to make past week one, let alone make it all the way to the final and winning it.
Like, what did a day involve? Did it involve going to parties? Did it involve?
There was a lot of that.
What's that?
There was a lot of parties. There was a lot of meeting people. There was a whole like rubbing shoulders. I don't know. Then there was a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
Magazines, newspapers. Those days, there was extraordinary, amounts of money just being thrown at you. There was so much. It was just crazy. There was no time for laundry. I was in a suitcase essentially, traveling from A to B,
Doing appearances
yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah. There was a lot of that. So
Wow.
yeah,
How did the people around you cope with that change for you?
it was very hard.
Yeah, your friends and family must have.
There was
that's
a
a lot
lot-
to watch somebody go from this to that.
Thank God my friends are really not yes people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They're not. They grounded me
Yeah,
considerably.
good. That's good. You need those people.
I do.
Yeah.
But it was very impactful for them as well, and also for my family, because even though UK was front page pretty much every week, Portugal, where I'm from, it kind of translated over there. It kind of went over there as well. So there was a lot of my family being followed,
wow.
hidden, a lot of stories, neighbors. But the first thing you come out of the house, they kind of give you like this huge, well, mine was huge because I had a massive folder of all the paper clippings of the news articles.
Oh wow.
And same of some of the name calling, it was horrendous.
So they give you a folder so that you can understand what has been said about you whilst you've been in the house.
And there was all this nonsensical stories about me, but also there was a lot of The early 2000s, we still didn't have any protective rights. Even, the Brian winning,
yeah.
the first gay man winning the show. That was quite a storyline. And there was, LGBT community wasn't, it was a free for all, it was quite traumatic at times,
Yeah.
the name calling, and every time that I would present myself as Nadia was never enough. I would be tagged along as Nadia.
Was there also a worry and a pressure of becoming almost like the spokesperson for trans people, or the pressure of being an LGBTQ icon
Yeah.
when you haven't asked to be an icon, or you haven't asked to? But you haven't asked
She's
to.
very much an
You are an icon.
Thank you.
But if
thank
you haven't gone out of your way to put your gender out in the public
Yeah.
domain in that way,
When the show ended and I came out as obviously the winner, the importance of that moment in history, it was that I kickstarted the conversation that it needed to be had.
Okay.
It needed to happen.
Yeah.
I think it was the right time.
Yep.
And I saw also a growth and a shift. And again, those organizations would reach out to me and say, the way they portray, going back to the media, this vilification of my character without any substance, they would associate me to the worst comparators and horrible people in society.
Yeah.
Just because you were a member or you are someone that is from the LGBT community, which still sadly exists today.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about LGBTQ plus representation on TV at that time. Because you had, for example, Brian Dowling in the first series of Big Brother. You also had, was it Dana International win Eurovision in 1998?
Yes, she was right before me. Yeah.
And then you come along. I mean, did you ever see yourself on TV? I guess not around that time. No. I'm sort of thinking about basically, you must have been so aware that this was a significant moment when you were.
Let's go back, Scott. I didn't even think I was going to make past week 1. Okay.
Right. So when you were in the house, you were never thinking about beyond the next week.
No,
really?
No. I was up for nomination. They hated me in the house because I'm strong.
Why did they hate you? Why did they hate
because
you?
I have an opinion.
Okay.
And I have a voice. I have a presence.
Heaven forbid you have a voice.
Do you know what I mean?
Nadia.
Exactly. Heaven forbid that I exist and I can breathe on the same space as other people.
But I find that fascinating because normally
But that was just a character trait. You know what I mean? An enhanced version of that whole manufactured sort of scenario. But 95% of that was just being me. Sorry, Scott.
No, it's fine, because when did you know that something was then that, because you can't sense the public mood because they're cut off. But when did you sense that maybe there was a good possibility?
Oh, when I make it to the final 5, I guess it was. I think it was final 5. I think that's when I think I did break down a little bit and had a little moment, an emotional moment, which is very raw, which I realized suddenly I made it to the final week, and it was extraordinary. And I was like, wow, this is actually, there's somewhat of a chance.
I believe you were, the odds of you winning at the start were 50-1.
Thank you.
And then you're in the final.
Yeah. It was a great time, and I'm glad I'm part of that history. I have a lot of trans daughters and trans sons from that, and lots of them are in the public sphere and the public medium today as this beautiful, amazing spokespersons speaking for the community in much, much better ways and much better vernacular than I do.
Yeah.
But they still pay homage to that moment in time to me. So I take great pride from that, yeah.
What's a common misconception that people might have about fame?
That fame equates to happiness. It does not. That equates to monetary money. It may come with that, but fame doesn't necessarily equate having like 7 figures. Fame does not equate love. It does not equate any of those things. Fame is actually the worst side of being a public person.
Okay.
Your inner saboteur, because you start becoming almost like a drug. I guess, I don't know. I've never done drugs, kids. So I don't know what that is.
But you crave it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
idea. The whole craving. I guess because you had like having a cigarette. I don't know, but
She's never had a cigarette.
never, I've
Never.
I've
Never do any of those.
But fame is that destroys your soul, your integrity. I believe that's in my understanding as I saw it.
Yeah.
So were there moments that you thought, no, I don't want to be famous anymore?
Fame to me was the opposite of being private
Yes.
and insular
Yeah.
and alone, me time, my privacy, and that was non-existent. I had no privacy whatsoever. It was the intrusion and the malice again, I guess, at the time. But listen, those days I had to run so you could walk, I guess.
Yes. No, I think that's true.
I'm so full of it. I swear
it's
to
so
God.
true.
No,
It's so true.
honestly.
And I suppose you never regard privacy as a privilege.
No, you
if
don't
you've never been
until
famous.
you're there. Yes.
Yeah.
And also, Big Brother was such a revolutionary program.
It was.
in so many ways.
The
It was like marked
Godfathers.
in the
It was
diary
the-
of every person.
It
Wasn't
was the Godfathers. What is it called? The founding fathers
Yeah,
of reality
of reality.
TV. Yeah.
Going back to what you said about fame, though, and the
Yeah.
one thing I can think of that was hugely different then to now is the presence of social media.
Gosh, yeah.
And you talk there about privacy.
Yeah.
Do you think now fame would be different? And do you think better or worse? Because it's interesting. I think social media has put such a more spotlight on being like instant access to somebody.
Yeah.
And all about the image and
Yes.
a carefully curated image and
Careful
very little room
curated,
for
yeah.
mistakes
Yeah.
and human error.
Yeah. Society has changed and social media has done a huge sort of turnaround. That's what it is. In those days, we used the media, the newspapers and magazines, which with quite a good return from
Yeah.
it. What I like about social media a little bit is you get to say on what you want to say. If you're not really. I don't know, for example, if I had like Twitter now, like I did then, I could say, listen, this is categorically a lie. This is not true.
Yeah.
I could say something about it rather than wait maybe a week or two before there was my side of the story. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
Listen, I love my early 2000s. I look back at it and I remember it fondly. There was
Yeah.
a lot of lows and a lot of self-hatred and a lot of growth and a lot of soul searching.
Some good looks. Some good looks.
Do you remember they do this sort of a big
The,
belt,
like gladiator belt kind of thing. Yeah. You don't
and the
miss that?
foundation and the yeah. I guess I still do. I'm still like a Scouser. I love a Scouser
Really? A
brow. Do you
Scouse
rem-
brow?
Yeah, and I love the whole heavy lash because I don't know how to curl
I
my
think the
lashes.
Scouse brow transcends time, though,
Babe,
doesn't it?
that was. I love the
Sorry, I'm a bit
Scouse
confused.
brow.
What is a Scouse brow?
Oh,
Scouse brow.
sorry.
You know the phrase "less is more."
Yeah.
That didn't reach Liverpool.
No.
You just put it all on, and it's thick, heavy, and high,
Yeah,
isn't it? The
I
bigger,
love
the
that.
better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Think Katie Price's eyebrows.
Got you. Okay,
That's
fine.
sort of
I think
Scouse
she's
brow, isn't it?
recently has redone them, so you might
Katie Price getting work done? No. No.
see. Actually, that fame, that's a goal. That's again an intangible sort of standards and sort of curated
Yeah.
lifestyle. That whole sort of self-love and seeing yourself having a couple more wrinkles, a little bit more skin, a little bit of body changes.
Yeah.
After 20 years.
Yeah.
Just a pre-warning. Like,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Nadia.
Just prepare yourselves. Everything is gonna drop, and I mean, you're gonna drop. You're gonna drop. Okay, so.
Oh my word.
No, listen. We must. This is the information we need to hear. When you get to your 40s, your body gonna go all types of shapes and sizes. So again, fame. That would, and I'm still kind of retain a little bit of my face movement, a little bit. I don't know how I've been. I guess maybe it's because I kept myself. I don't know. But Katie Price has really gone
Well, yeah, and it's this
the opposite,
It's
isn't
sort
it?
of the result of a career that's been your looks at the forefront
Yeah.
of everything, scrutinized
Yeah.
over and over and over again, and it's a constant search of perfection, isn't it? That
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
And also, I guess there's also like that validation that she's
Yeah.
seeking, and I
Yeah.
guess that's where there is a cost to pay. They did say to me, one of the producers, just before I was sequestered voluntarily, because we gave consent to be literally taken away to a foreign country and hiding for 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah,
Before
what?
Big Brother, you go
Before
away.
Big Brother,
So you spend.
you literally get sequestered and so like, here's a plane, off you go for 2 weeks.
I'm from the streets of Guildford, right? So. So literally, I was making my way down to Waterloo Station, and the first thing they do is take your phone and your purse and any. You get to keep. No, they give you your passport when you cross over the Calais.
Okay, yeah.
But they take you everything. So basically, from the streets of Guildford again. So coming on, and you voluntarily give away your life.
Okay, volunteer. I was going to say, I think you've been kidnapped. is
No,
what's
it was
happened.
essentially
You were taken to
kidnapped.
another country. You had to give
We
up your
didn't even
passport and your
know.
phone and your purse.
Like, we didn't even know where we were going. I
did-
didn't
where
even
did
know we
you
were going
go?
to France. Some of us went to Belgium and we crossed the border and we went to France.
Does this happen every Big Brother?
I think then it was 2 weeks for us.
But it was every series. This is what they do.
Oh yes, we were in hiding. We had to go from a hotel to hotel because the
press were trying to chase you down.
Yes, exactly.
And also, Big Brother was also at its, so I guess, because it was such a big show, immediately took off. So you
So
knew.
they had to take them to Calais.
To France. We went to France.
Yeah.
We were in hiding. We would be under. We would be under blankets in cars. Literally, I'm surprised we were not in the boot of a car.
not know
really,
this.
no, 100%. We had no outside sort of contact with our family and friends 2 weeks prior this show went live.
And then you go straight from France to the Big Brother house.
Again, under the blankets into this sort of like cubicle in the green room, whatever, until you were taken out.
Were there any people or places you found yourself that you kind of thought, oh my word, I could never have imagined this life?
Good and bad.
Right, okay. Yeah. What were some of those then?
I mean, meeting great people. Like I've met great people that I never dreamt in my lifetime would. Did great, had a career in sort of couple in areas of music and theatre and TV and all those. And who am I to kind of ever? Who was I to ever think that I was ever going to do that? And meeting great people as well and making friendships. But then like appearances and there was some sordid dark encounters
Yeah,
as well.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, the price you pay. Yeah.
The speed with which you got famous.
Yeah.
How did you find the other side of fame? Like, did you find that once the media circus of Big Brother had died down or the next series came along, did it die down at a nice slow pace, or was it as extreme as getting famous?
I don't know. I'm a little bit of a sci-fi kind of movie enthusiast.
Okay.
And every time there's like a good movie that I can relate to, it's almost like there's an alien ship or like an alien viruses that's gonna exterminate the whole world.
Okay.
It's like it's under ice caps and the ice and then the ice caps are starting to melt. It thorns itself.
I see.
That's how I feel.
I was like, where are you going with this, Nadia?
I want to see this film.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm
It's
being
thorny.
thorn. I'm
Okay.
thorn every year or every time there's
Yeah.
a new resurgence of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Because it has gone away for a few years and
Yeah.
it has come back, and it's it's in a dire situation from my understanding because they failed to acknowledge the people that created the show. And I think, in my opinion, I guess we can't go back to Fight Night as well, can we?
No,
Yeah.
but also in the fact that
We can't have a fight night in 2026.
No, you really can't.
You can't.
but
Yeah. We
also
had the
it-
police waiting for us outside.
Fuck intimidate people.
For people who remember you as that iconic person on Big Brother, what do you do now?
I still get kicked out for being too loud and obnoxious, and
You still get kicked out of the bar.
the local Red Lion. So a Friday night is myself and a good movie, very, very comfortable loungewear, with my newfound body with drop, no bra. I'm still living in the pandemic years.
Oh, yes.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because no,
But a Friday night will be that kind of situation for me,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
It's my own prerogative
Yeah.
to be smelling like, cat piss and have 10 cats if I wanted to.
you have 10. I know you don't have
No,
10
I don't.
cats.
I'm actually kind of like
She
a...
has no cats but still smells of cat piss. Why?
No, but
Wow.
where were we going with that?
I have
forgot.
not a clue.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I love the idea that I keep being thorn every year.
Yes.
But I would love and I'll be very happy to pass on that crown
Yeah.
to the next future. A strong, trans or cisgender
Yeah.
woman that kind of have that strength in her. I would be happy to kind of pass on that baton.
Are you a hopeful person?
I'm morbidly pessimistic, but I'm also... Oh, yes, talking about morbid. This living with 10 cats and smelling of cat piss. I have this new thing. I don't know what it is. I don't want to be found dirty or in a messy house.
Oh, when you're dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you get to hear stories.
Yeah, you want to
And
be
you
found
see-
glamorous.
You see, like, is this how they fucking live?
Yeah.
They look like it looks like a shithole. Do you know what I mean? This is like a crack dense house, whatever
Yes.
it is. I've never been to one, but I'm
So
assuming.
if ever you get like a bad cold, do you really clean the house
Oh,
just in case it finishes you
I
off?
do everything because if anything, they might not find the full me. It might be a diluted version of me, but
But you'll have a nice house.
yes,
Yes. Yeah.
everything is folded, everything is tucked away.
Good. I think we end there. I think that's the perfect note to end
I
on.
thought we were about to talk about recycling and sorting out your bins.
No, I
with-
do all of that. It's quite neurotic with me. I don't know. We need a psychologist here.
Okay.
No, I need my spiritual advice. I need to call them right now.
Nadia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a joy.
Thank you
I've
so
never
much.
laughed so much. That's all we have time for this week on Remember Me.
Remember to like and subscribe on our YouTube page, and also you can follow us at Remember Me Show and on TikTok at Remember Me Show MDS.
Send in your questions and guest suggestions for who you want us to have on future episodes of the show. You can email us at rememberme@micdropstudios.com, and you can also visit us at micdropstudios.com/rememberme. And don't forget to leave your comments below about today's episodes. We do read every single one. Until next week, bye!